In the Dragon Ball Super manga storyline, Goku's power evolution is portrayed in a direct, epic, and increasingly cosmological way. Right from the first chapters, he is the strongest warrior on Earth after defeating the embodiment of pure evil Majin Buu. But that victory is not the end, but only the beginning of a journey beyond limits, where Goku constantly trains and overcomes destructive entities capable of wiping out all life in the blink of an eye. He does not train in the usual way. Goku uses a form of transcendental inner training, where his spiritual being fights the strongest opponents his mind has ever remembered. He defeats Frieza, the Emperor of the universe, who has been repeatedly shown to be capable of destroying the entire universe with a single blow. Frieza is no ordinary opponent. His presence in space creates panic that spreads across galaxies. But Goku, in his Super Saiyan form, dramatically overcame him. He then confronts Cell, the perfect being who was created from the essence of the strongest warriors. Cell's power is beyond the planetary level, as he is said to be capable of destroying the entire solar system. The space in Dragon Ball is not simply scattered planets, but is depicted as a vast galactic nebula where millions of stars form, explode, and disappear. And in that cosmic space, Goku still stands firm, even surpasses, like an unquenchable flame. Even when facing Buu, an entity that has been confirmed to be able to wipe out the entire universe in a blink of an eye, Goku still holds on to his faith and fights with his traditional Super Saiyan power. It is not just physical strength, but also a symbol of perseverance, courage, and instinct beyond human limits. But among the myriad of stars, a more ancient force is awakening. After 39 years of slumber, Beerus, the god of destruction of Universe 7, begins his journey across space in search of a worthy opponent. He has a vision of a Saiyan clad in divine power, possessing power far beyond that of any warrior in history. Beerus's target is Son Goku, whom he believes is the only warrior who can give him a true fight after the empty millennia. Beerus flies straight to Kaio's planet, a place outside of normal space, to meet Goku directly. Here, the truth is revealed. Goku not only knows of the existence of the god of destruction, but also desires to confront a god-level entity to test himself. The fateful encounter between the hope of the universe and the destroyer of the universe has come. Goku uses the Super Saiyan 3 form, a form that requires a huge amount of energy, but he is completely overwhelmed in just 2 attacks. Feeling the absolute difference, Goku knows that the only way to continue is to achieve the Super Saiyan God state, an ancient legend long forgotten.
Shenron, the dragon god, reveals that to summon the power of God, 5 pure-hearted Saiyan warriors must transfer their energy to a 6th person. And so, after millennia, the Super Saiyan God is once again born through Goku. A stream of pure, red, and burning divine energy envelops his body, raising his fighting spirit to a whole new level. The battle between Goku and Beerus, also known as the Battle of the Gods, takes place through the atmosphere, through the planet's orbit, and into outer space. Each punch, each pulse of energy that collides between the 2 cosmic beings causes destructive spatial ripples. In the Kaioshin realm, which is separate from traditional space-time, the old god Kai exclaimed in horror, "If this battle continues, the entire Universe 7 will be wiped out." Universe 7 is not simply stars and planets, but is defined as 7 different spatial realms, each of which is confirmed to be infinite in size. The afterlife, where souls reside according to the official Daizenshu manual and the Xenoworld Guide, even surpasses the concepts of space and time, a metaphysical realm beyond biological perception. Although Goku lost his god form in the middle of the battle, the power did not disappear. Instead, it completely merged with his body, transforming Goku's base into a platform containing divine energy. According to the anime comic confirmed to be part of the manga's official line, the Super Saiyan Blue form is the result of a Saiyan possessing divine energy, transforming into a Super Saiyan. In the Moro arc, Dende even admitted that he could not restore Goku's power because the energy flowing through his body was divine energy. To fully master this power, Goku trained under the guidance of the angel Whis, an entity that far surpassed even the god of destruction. After enduring a long period of harsh training that defied all physical laws, Goku unlocked the Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan, also known as Super Saiyan Blue, a state with fiery blue hair, exuding transcendent divine power. Soon after, Goku meets Champa, Beerus's twin brother,
and the god of destruction of Universe 6. The clash between these two gods shakes the entire space. According to the official statement, if the battle between these two brothers continues, the entire universe will be completely destroyed. As the tournament between Universes 6 and 7 begins, Goku faces the strongest warriors of the parallel universes. Among them, the one who makes things most tense is the ultimate assassin Hit, who has the ability to bypass time with the time skip technique. He can travel to the future before leaving the present, a true paradox to the laws of nature. In the anime, Goku is forced to use Kaioken to increase his power exponentially when combined with his blue form to counter time skip. However, in the manga, he overcomes Hit with his Super Saiyan God form. Whis explains that because Goku fights on instinct and does not rely on repetitive actions, the time skip technique is useless against him. The successive victories not only show the evolution of his power, but also show that Goku is gradually entering the ranks of transcendent beings, where the line between mortal and divine becomes blurred. From a farmer born on a forgotten planet, he has become a timeless symbol, a challenger to fate, an entity that dares to look straight into the eyes of the gods and fight on par with them. And that journey has not stopped yet, because for Goku, no destination is final. Every battle is a new beginning. Every defeat is a foundation for the next power, and every stronger enemy is just a mirror of his own growth. Goku, the Saiyan warrior, is no longer the hero of Earth, but the guiding light of the entire universe. Goku, after reaching his limit with Super Saiyan Blue, begins to face challenges that are increasingly beyond human comprehension. He enters a phase where his power is no longer measured by his level of conventional combat, but by the very existence of the dimensions that are threatened. The opponents that appear are increasingly dangerous, and he is forced to adapt to incredible speeds that surpass all laws of physics or biology. In a fierce battle, Goku confronts Vegeta, an ally and eternal rival. But the truth quickly becomes clear. Vegeta has never used even 10% of his Super Saiyan Blue power. The reason does not come from a lack of determination, but from the serious limitation of this transformation. The amount of energy released is too large, making it difficult to control for a long time. It is this that allows Goku to win, but not because of his superiority in nature, but because he exploits Vegeta's energy limit at the right time. Soon after, a space-time catastrophe occurred. The fusion of the immortal Zamasu and Goku Black created a mutant entity with godlike power and a crazy mind. Goku faced an enemy who was not only stronger than any opponent he had ever faced, but also possessed the ability to exist forever, beyond all biological limits. He knew that his current power was not enough, so he pushed Super Saiyan Blue to its maximum perfection, creating an absolute balance between physical strength and mental control. But it was in the battle with the fused Zamasu that Goku did something no one expected. He leaped into the air, one hand raised, the other close to the enemy's face. It was not a normal physical move, but the summoning of a dark energy that completely destroyed the energy of destruction. A bright purple light emitted from his palm, rippling like cosmic waves, pushing back time and bending the surrounding space. It was the Hakai, the power of the gods of destruction, an energy that could erase a being from existence, as if he had never existed. Zamasu was shaken. Though immortal, he began to realize that his very existence was being shaken. And in his rage, Zamasu screamed that he would destroy all parallel worlds, all timelines, making his ideal of zero mortal an absolute reality. At that moment, the only one who could end this disaster was not Goku, nor the gods, but the omnipotent entity, Omni King. And so, once again, reality was restored by absolute power. After that incident, Goku entered a battle unlike any other before the Tournament of Power. The 12 universes chose their most elite warriors to represent their own lives. This time, the opponent was not invaders or immortal entities, but the warrior Jiren, the strongest of the 11th universe, confirmed to possess power surpassing even his own god of destruction. Jiren did not speak much, did not show any emotions. He was simply the embodiment of pure power, an unbreakable wall. Goku rushed into the battle, unleashing everything he had from Super Saiyan to Super Saiyan Blue, even combining with Kaioken. But all were ineffective. Jiren stood firm amidst the fierce attacks, as if he were unaffected. The space around him shattered, the fighting ground was warped, but Jiren remained motionless, like an ancient mountain in the midst of a storm. Goku began to be pushed back. Each of Jiren's punches seemed to break time, causing his entire body to shake violently. In the moment of life and death, Goku touched something beyond the ability to explain. He suddenly disappeared from the sight of all living beings. In just a millisecond, Goku appeared behind Jiren, a silver halo surrounding his body, silver eyes sparkling, hair wavy like flowing water. That was no longer a Super Saiyan. That was the enlightenment of the Ultra Instinct state, a technique belonging to angels, a realm that even gods of destruction could not reach. Autonomous Ultra Instinct, a state that allows the body to react completely independently of the mind, where fighting instincts surpass thinking. Goku, in this form, was no longer a warrior. He was a cosmic tornado. His every move seemed to blend into the air, dodging Jiren's attacks without looking. The gods watching from afar began to stand up, speechless with amazement. The angels only smiled slightly, for they knew that a mortal had entered the gates of the gods. As Jiren unleashed his full power as the floor shook with pure cosmic energy, Goku did not retreat. He advanced, silver glinting in his eyes. In a single strike, he penetrated Jiren's defenses, his fist pinning his opponent's stomach. Everyone was stunned. At that moment, the entire arena fell silent. On the cosmic calendar, in the 780th year, a mortal named Son Goku had achieved the perfect Ultra Instinct state. The battle ended. Goku collapsed when his body could no longer withstand the divine pressure. But thanks to the final efforts of his teammates, the Seventh Universe won. And Goku, although not yet fully in control of Ultra Instinct, still became the greatest warrior the universe had ever seen. Less than a year later, he faced a new disaster in Broly, a legendary Saiyan who had been transformed into an uncontrolled machine of destruction. The battle with Broly threw the entire planet into chaos. Each punch from Broly shattered the ground. Each collision between the two created a deep hole that stretched for miles. But with coordination and intelligence, Goku and Vegeta were forced to fuse into Gogeta, pushing Broly back to the safe border before things got out of control. From there, Goku entered a long training period with Whis. He learned how to maintain Ultra Instinct longer, control his emotions, adjust his heart rate and breath to blend with cosmic energy. Whis once said that in this entire universe, besides Goku and Vegeta, no one else was strong enough to confront the gods of destruction. But the universe never slept. An ancient entity, sealed for 10 million years, was now freed from its shackles. His name was Moro the Planet Eater. He did not fight like a normal warrior. He consumed the life force from planets, drained the life energy from all living things, and gradually became a bloodthirsty black hole. His body transformed, becoming huge, solid, and demonic, like a corrupted star. Goku once again embarked on a journey across the universe to pursue Moro. He no longer fought for fame or challenge. Now, every step he took was to protect all living creatures, from the smallest grain of sand to the most distant planet. And on that journey, Goku not only continued to fight, he continued to evolve. Goku continues his journey of training to perfect the ultimate technique of Ultra Instinct. He is guided by another angel, Whis' younger brother Miras, who has hidden his identity and works as a member of the Galactic Patrol. Under Miras' strict and refined training, Goku learns to listen to every beat of his body, feel the flow of energy around him, and expand his unconscious response capabilities. No longer simply fighting with physical or mental strength, Goku gradually approaches the limits of godhood. When he steps onto the battlefield, he does not need to show off or transform into flashy forms. With just his basic state, his speed is already beyond all sight. Gohan and Piccolo, the warriors who used to keep up with him in his full Ultra Instinct state in the previous tournament, are now completely unable to detect his movements. Goku's body has become a stream of life energy that moves according to a law that the naked eye cannot follow. The greatest battle has begun once again. The enemy this time is Moro. an ancient entity that was imprisoned for 10 million years. After breaking free from his chains, he traveled across the universe, draining the life energy from countless planets, devouring life, turning himself into a mass of pure, destructive energy. He is not only strong, but also possesses the brutality and wisdom from millennia of waiting and planning. And this time, he has evolved to a terrifying level by absorbing the ability copying ability owner, 7-3. Moro can now copy the power of anyone with just a touch. He has become a hybrid entity of strategic intelligence and infinite transformation. However, even though Goku's offensive power cannot completely surpass him, his defense in Ultra Instinct Omen has reached a perfect level, causing all attacks from Moro to be neutralized, as if they were disappearing into nothingness. As the situation became tense, Miras, out of love and responsibility for the universe, decided to break the Angel's rules and directly intervene in the battle. He attacked Moro, destroying the energy fragment in his opponent's hand, which allowed him to copy the ability. But before Miras could finish, Moro touched his neck and copied all of the Angel's abilities. However, Miras' final punch shattered the last energy fragment in Moro's forehead. The price was Miras' existence. Because angels were forbidden to interfere with the mortal world, he was completely erased from the timeline. Before he disappeared, he looked at Goku, his friend, his student, the representative of hope for the entire universe, and uttered his final words. He loved this galaxy, loved the life here, and entrusted the responsibility of protecting it all to Goku. At that moment, a wave of energy erupted from Goku's body. The earth shook, the sky burned. People miles away could feel the invisible vibrations from where he stood. Then, suddenly, everything fell silent. At the center of the storm of energy, a figure appeared. It was no longer Goku, but the embodiment of perfection. His eyes shone silver. His hair sparkled in the cosmic light. His body no longer moved by thought, but operated by pure instinct. This was the complete Ultra Instinct. The technique of the angel reached its purest form. In this form, he was no longer a fighter. He was the flow of space. He was the absolute. Response between offense and defense, Moro was no longer an opponent. With just a touch, Goku could send him flying, miles away. Each attack seemed to be executed before the thought was formed. The power of defense and offense merged into one, achieving absolute unity between body and universe. Goku declares Moro to be the strongest being he has ever faced, and even offers him a sensu bean to fully restore his energy, as a sign of respect. However, Moro seizes the opportunity to deliver a full-force punch to Goku, which results in his arm shattering as it cannot withstand the Ultra Instinct strengthened body. Despite this, Moro continues to evolve. He merges completely with the planet's energy, causing his body to transform, stretching the entire surface of the Earth and turning the planet itself into a fighting body. Just as everything seems to collapse, Goku creates a colossal form of Ultra Instinct energy, a great warrior of light, as great as a god, and delivers the final blow. The universe is saved, and Goku once again becomes the only mortal to have attained a realm that even gods do not dare to enter. A new being emerges, Granola, the last survivor of a doomed race. By summoning the Dragon God from the Neon Dragon Balls, he becomes the most powerful being in the universe. Goku confronts him and for the first time shows that Ultra Instinct can be used in all its forms, including its base form. No longer dependent on his aura or hair color, Ultra Instinct is now a part of his being.
The battle with Granola pushes Goku to a new level. He no longer fights on purely automatic reflexes. To confront the stronger, he learns to reconnect his emotions to his body, using his emotions to fuel a new, completely personalized version of Ultra Instinct, True Ultra Instinct. In this state, Goku is not only stronger, but sharper. He feels every pulse of his enemy, measures every moment in space, and reacts not with instinct, but with his soul infused with every strike. Just when everything seemed to be settled, another entity appeared, Gas, the entity that became the strongest after Granola. He attacked Goku and Vegeta at the same time, pushing both of them into a desperate situation.
But Goku, now in full control of his godly power, fought with the confidence and precision of an angel on the battlefield. True Ultra Instinct surpassed not only gas and strength, but also in will and purity. From a lowly, exiled warrior, Goku has gone further than anyone could have imagined. From fighting the god of destruction, to confronting angels, and now, surpassing even the beings created by divine wishes, he has become something beyond all concepts of power. Goku is no longer a warrior. He is the embodiment of the limitless, the light that never goes out. A Saiyan born from Earth, possessing power beyond that of the gods, and continuing to walk on a path that has no end.